Let me forget.
Well, don't bump it off.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
True that, Justin. Don't bump that off.
And he bought that. I was back home, I think, for Thanksgiving, wasn't I? Back in South
It was
Dakota.
post Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Sale.
And he was one of those. It really wasn't a Black
Seals.
Friday special.
It was. But I got a free teddy bear with it. Stuffed dog.
Oh, that's really not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, pussy.
No, we're gonna take a vacation in probably January or
Yeah,
February.
I was surprised that he wasn't here because I figured I didn't know who all was coming. He was keeping track of all of everything that was going on.
Originally, he was gonna come, and then it kind of, a few more of our friends signed on, and I think this was just gonna be a long vacation, and he's not a big, let's go out every night and drink, and
Yeah.
so I was like, that's probably gonna be, and so he couldn't get 2 of the days off. I think it was today and tomorrow he couldn't get off, so we were debating if he could come in early, and he and I could come down early together, and it just, like you were saying with that one trip you guys remember had, the pieces didn't seem to fall into place somewhat easily, so we were like, you know what,
I'm going to ditch Kevin one of these times when I go to San Antonio because our San Antonio trip is just never going to work out. I'm going to have to go down there by myself.
Oh, it could.
What do you have to go down there for? Well, you want
I
to.
want to party with my coworkers. And so that was another reason we didn't go. And said, okay, we're going to spend like 2 grand so I can go party with my coworkers. If I find Southwest a 3-day getaway, which he can't do because he never can take a fucking Friday off, on the spur, he's got a plan of his Friday, his personal days off 8 months in advance.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that.
I hate.
Get a quarter century rate at the hotel, and I'm going to go.
and would you ever just call in sick, or are you?
And then end up on the same flight with Brian Mastery.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, that happened to us.
Yeah.
That I called in sick to get when we first met.
Was that when we went to Vegas?
No, we were in Florida.
He was in Florida.
We took an impromptu quick trip to Florida, and I called in sick. I don't know, way back, Brian Mastery was on for some random coworkers.
I asked him if he saw
No, I
you
did
on-
too. He never saw it. No, I
We got
wouldn't
up
care.
all. That was
I do like sunsets with clouds though because you get to see that silver behind the clouds. It's almost like there's a silver lining.
I guess it impresses something because we always our sunset starts so early because the mountains blocking the rest of the sunset. What makes it beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's neat to see it go all the way to the horizon.
Yeah. Yeah, we get to see the horizontal sunsets in Omaha because we are way out so far out in the summer there. A lot of times it's, we get the purple sky, you know, something just beautiful.
We get gorgeous ones.
We do. I can't.
The worst part is, we get the best sunsets with that. We get the best sunsets with Palm Beach and everything. There'll be so many different colors and just
Yeah.
that. You're like, oh, I don't want to be like,
It's true.
But sometimes they're natural.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just needs kind of, it's nature running its course. It's just, nowadays there's just so many homes that it affects because some people didn't live there years and years ago, you know? It's even just like all the flooded we just had. I mean, it happened years and years ago, but, you know, it's people don't have the insurance for it, but it's something that happens every once in a while, you know?
Yeah, I don't. You probably didn't. Guys didn't hear much about it, but after all that massive flooding,
Give your way.
Nebraska was going into high gear because the South Platte River is coming our way.
I know my mom's like, it's gonna be here on Wednesday.
Yeah, and it would be up like 8 feet, but
It was quite high.
It was like from Houston, it used to be 8 feet. It was within the banks, and they said here at Central would be flooding all over. And then I think it was probably as far east as maybe City past that.
He was past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Grand Island had some sewer issues.
Random. Sorry. Taking pictures. We're going to be in the way of that.
Probably. It's kind of go on with iFish things. I don't like that. And of course, after I bought this one, then they introduced the next one. It's so much better.
Of course.
This one's got the iFish look.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I volunteer Kevin to take pictures.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and pose with them.
Focus more early. I mean, not focus more. Okay. Yeah, you bet.
When we did set up Urban Nights, we set up a time-lapse camera that took pictures every... I set it for too often. It was the same picture every 30 seconds. The battery died. But
So you ever watch that?
you don't. It has to be watched on a Mac. I'm not a Windows computer, so I gotta use my brother.
So to get people seeing the crowd fill up?
Well, the construction. It was a 3-day construction.
Oh, that.
Well, cheers to our final.
I know. Thanks for organizing and doing all this because we would have never made it down here on our own in a long time.
It's so funny because when you guys went last March, was it?
Yeah.
You kept posting all those beautiful pictures and stuff. And Les said, Kevin, if they ever go there again, and we're invited, let's go.
Yeah, it was like they always have so much fun.
Yeah.
You guys are always having so much fun.
Good trip.
And
So like
we just-
2 months later, it's like, well, we're going to go back to that.
Yeah, I
I
just
said,
feel like
I said, Les?
we're just we don't have a lot of friends that we do stuff with,
But we always take advice from other people. Like, this was my brother's suggestion.
The first trip you're in?
Yeah, they just got back from there and said they would love it.
Yeah, I could definitely come back.
It's like all of a sudden you'll have pictures from Vegas.
Yeah, you guys go to Vegas a lot.
That's my parents. They like to do Vegas.
Yeah.
But we haven't like done anything since like March, and it seemed like it's fun because in Denver we spend the whole summer watching people do their own big trips. Like we didn't do
You
anything.
took a lot. You guys took a great. You taken quite a few in the past year.
We did, yeah.
I haven't even been outside Omaha since
You guys usually do one big trip a year, though. Please.
that one. But this year would be this one.
We almost had two. We almost had
Yeah, that
And every time I call and I talk to those guys, like for example, I had a conference call with someone on like Friday, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And all these ladies are like, Les, we love you, Les, when you coming down here. And then, look what they sent me this bag, and I was supposed to bring it to Key West and have pictures like flat standing, have some pictures of it. It's just this bag from San Antonio, and they make this little like piece of cardboard. I just want to go down there and talk. In fact, the one guy, Gil, this is one of my best memories. Gil lives in San Antonio. He came up to Omaha to kind of come up and kind of be like a manager in training for a couple of years. Me, his wife, Kevin was working the night shift at the time. Just me, his wife, and about 4 others before. We go to this local bar, and they're having like Nationals rock, paper, scissors contest, and eventually the winners, all these little bars that have these contests, the winners eventually go to Vegas for like a national showdown. And we were all in it until like the very end. And it was like so exciting, and we're drinking and just having a good time. And he came later, and anyway, so Gil is down there. And every time I talk to Gil, he's like, "Hey, come down, come down." I've never been out so bad, but when we're planning in April, they're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Other than the Alamo, which is about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
There's
Is that Arnold?
Are they on their way? Wow, exciting.
Oh, that'd be so exciting.
So where are they flying through?
Fill up their itinerary at home for me, but Andy's staying in their house, those nephews, so,
That's a good picture.
Was it a cruise you're doing or just?
That was on the boat the other night.
yeah, they're gonna go to Huntington, London, for another really first Bennett, maybe come
Will you send that to us? Even though I will get rid of my back fat immediately. I'll just take that
I
right
can
now.
Photoshop it.
Dude, please give me a waist. 'Cause that's a 32 waist. I'd like to be a 28.
Oh, okay. I'll look at it.
Justin, that's like normal.
That's not.
That's because you just weren't sitting up straight as all. That will
That's
teach you to
even better.
swallow.
Is that
That
better?
will teach you.
Yeah.
Well, you can crop it.
That's sweet.
I'm guessing I know what we were talking about.
I'm guessing you were crying.
I didn't cry that much this trip.
And then we have our precious little Chardonnay who's anxiously waiting for his daddy's arrival home.
Well, good luck, Trevor. That's good. So if win, that'll be serious.
That's when I was making the guess that.
That's
It's a great picture.
He doesn't want to catch.
Once you have a cat, you get it.
That's what my parents said too.
Yeah.
They were like, they would never make cat parents and got people and the cat showed up on their front door and would not
Yeah.
leave and my mother fell in love with it. And
See,
now,
that's what happened with me because I was never a cat guy. But then when I was in college, every time I came home to visit my parents for a weekend or whatever, our neighbor cat would always come over for some reason. They never saw it otherwise. And we'd let it in the house and stuff, and I just loved it. So I just started following the cats. But yeah, once you have it, there's something very psychological. You connect psychologically without speaking.
I love that.
Non-verbal connection.
Kind of
Gets
like guitarists.
Yeah. They all have their nuances.
Storm?
Should we drop the bikes off?
Yeah, probably.
Boy, it's so beautiful now. This is.
Pretty.
Oh, your pockets.
That's what I thought really had originally.
Look at
It
that.
like makes it like
Look at that. Those waves.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does not look.
Look at those waves. Oh my god.
Oh, that's huge.
I kind of zoomed in on it. Actually. The waves is the texture. I mean, you're right. After the sunset is when the sky really gets brilliant.
Is it the restaurant's right over here?
Oh, we got return the bikes, right?
Oh, we got to
the
return the
bikes.
bike.
And
dogs.
Oh, I should probably do that.
Or we have to walk the block.
I know, walk a block to get the bikes back.
After a whole bath.
And then maybe the way
I should have thought of
home,
that too.
Mallory
Like,
Square.
you know, just keep the bike.
Is it called Mallory Square?
Yeah, Mallory Square.
It's Mallory Square.
So we're leaving?
Yeah, we probably should. Are you done with?
Let me forget.
Well, don't bump it off.
I know.
I know. True that, Justin. Don't bump that off.
And he bought that. I was back home, I think, for Thanksgiving, wasn't I? Back in South
It was
Dakota.
post Thanksgiving
Yeah.
sale.
And he was one of those. It really wasn't a Black
Seals.
Friday special.
It was. But I got a free teddy bear stuffed dog.
Oh, that's where you got that.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we're gonna take a vacation probably in January or
yeah,
February.
I was surprised that he wasn't here because I figured I didn't know who all was coming. He was keeping track of all of everything that was going on.
Originally, he was gonna come, and then it kind of a few more of our friends signed on, and I was like, this isn't gonna be a long ski vacation, and he's not a big let's go out every night and drink, and
Yeah.
so I was like, that's probably gonna be, and so he couldn't get 2 of the days off. I think it was today and tomorrow he couldn't get off, so we were debating if he could come in early, and he and I could come down early together, and it just, like you were saying with that one trip you guys remember, it just, the pieces didn't seem to fall into place somewhat easily, so we were like, you know what?
I'm gonna ditch Kevin one of these times when I go to San Antonio because our San Antonio trip is just never gonna work out. I'm gonna have to go down there by myself.
Oh, it could.
What do you have to go down there for? Well, you want
I
to.
want to party with my coworkers, and so that was another reason we didn't go. And said, okay, we're gonna spend like 2 grand, so I can go party with my coworkers. If I find Southwest a 3-day getaway, which he can't do because he never can take a fucking Friday off, on the spur, he's got a plan of his Friday, his personal days off, 8 months in advance.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that.
I hate it.
Get a quarter century rate at the hotel, and I'm gonna go.
And would you ever just call in sick, or are you?
And then end up on the same flight with Brian Mastery.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, that happened to us.
Yeah.
That I called in sick to get when we first met.
Is that when we went to Vegas?
No, we were in Florida.
You went to
We took an impromptu quick trip to Florida, and I called in sick. I don't know, way back, Brian Mastery was on for some random coworkers.
I asked him if he
So
saw
I
you
did
on-
too. He never saw it. No, I
They got
wouldn't
up
care.
all those.